community gets its first look at a new elementary school. A senior takes home a crown, and some VPS teachers earn some national honors. Our team has all of these stories and more. Let's go inside Vancouver Public Schools. Welcome to Inside Vancouver Public Schools. I'm Jessica Moss. This is a big show and we have a lot to get to. But first, let's do our top 3. These are our favorite posts from social media. Number 3 comes from Thomas Jefferson Middle School principal Luke LeCount. He posted this photo of the school district's resource officer, who, as you can see in this photo, has a good group of students hanging out. Mr. LeCount says she is definitely a fan favorite. Great to see those kinds of relationships among students and staff. Number 2 comes from Matt Greco, a digital learning coach. He posted this video of a student using bird brain technology, which lets students code small robots. You can see that this student found success using the app on an iPad to control the robot. Nice work. And number 1 is a cool honor for a VPS employee. Tara Cox in the district's communications department was named to the Accomplished and Under 40 list by the Vancouver Business Journal. Tara was honored at a luncheon with other winners. She was singled out for recognition for her outstanding professional work as well as her volunteer work in the community. You'll be seeing more of her in just a moment. But first, congrats, Tara. Let's start with a Revitalizing Vancouver update, the latest on construction projects paid for with your bond dollars. 2 months after it opened its doors to students and staff, community members finally got their first chance to go inside the new Ogden Elementary School. Tara Cox, who you just saw, joins us now. Tara, families must have been happy to get a tour.
Thanks. Now that the school's been open for 2 months, we've officially cut the ribbon and the school is open. There are a lot of excited people here to check it all out.
3, 2, 1!
With the snip of a ribbon, Principal April Whipple and student leaders dedicated the new Ogden building in front of a big crowd. Guests and students can't help but notice how big and beautiful the new school is.
There's like stairs, even more rooms and more space.
I really like it. The spaces seem to flow well. I've got both a first grader and a third grader, and the spaces just flow, and they seem to work for all of the students and the teachers and the staff.
On the stage, Principal Whipple was joined by Superintendent Dr. Steve Webb and School Board member Mark Stoker. Student leaders did their part too, singing the school song. We asked several students their favorite part of the new campus, including twin sisters Kaylee and Kenna.
What I like about the new school is that the playground is ginormous. It has way more swings.
Other students love to climb the big staircase and visit one of the school's most stunning features.
The library, I really like it. I come here every, Tuesday, and it's very fun. You can just take a book and sit down and just feel like you're in a whole different world.
One particular classroom also gets a lot of love.
The makerspace is big, and I like that you can make stuff in it. I made a rocket ship. I've been making airplanes.
The school's integrated technology inspired one boy we talked to.
Because I was born to do science, and I want to be a scientist when I grow up.
And as families happily walk the hallways or eat some of the celebratory cake, it's clear that the community effort it took to build the school was worth it.
I like how that everybody tried the best to make this new school.
Well, people are heading out, and if you missed this opening for this new school, there'll be other ones to check out later this year. Back to you.
Thanks, Tara. Before the big event, Superintendent Dr. Steve Webb got a personal tour from Principal Whipple. Here are some highlights so you too can see what the new school inside is like.
Wow, look at this space.
Yes, so Commons now.
Oh,
We are we're
Jenga
up
down.
and running. We were excited today to have Dr. Webb come out. I really wanted him to have an opportunity to see the building in action.
Thanks for your leadership here. What do you like most about the green team? You can feel this sense of joy and pride and ownership in the new Ogden Elementary with students and staff, right? Close the sliders and have some fun.
Another piece of that was just having that interaction, the personal interaction, so that kids can see and get to know who our superintendent is. Our staff obviously already knows who he is, but them being there to see and acknowledge the hard work that it took, because it is a lot of work to open a brand new building, and I think the staff knew that going into it, but I don't know if everybody realized the level to what that takes to actually pack everything up, open the new building, set all the new routines, and then create that welcoming environment for kids in a brand new space. These have labs set up in them right now because they're also extra, but again, short-lived.
By design, these new schools are really cultivating the right kind of learning experiences that engage young people in the kind of future-ready skills that they're going to need in the workplace of tomorrow. This is the, what do they call it, the thinking bar?
Yes, the brain bar.
The brain bar. And it's exciting to really feel this sense of optimism and hope and, as I said, pride in the way in which the school has come together.
Obviously, he is involved in the general planning, but some of the nuts and bolts of it, the specific things, are not things that he would have seen or been aware of. So I enjoyed that. The sundial part, obviously, he really enjoyed seeing that part. Isn't that phenomenal?
That is awesome.
Also seeing the kids in their dance and PE spaces, that there are spaces dedicated for that. I know that the library in that area, the views, because even though you see a design fly through or you see the design on paper, you don't actually see the views and the scenery that go along with that. And so that was nice to be able to share that too, because this really is a beautiful property. And even right now, for right now, we look at the old Ogden, which is short-lived. Eventually, we'll just look out at open green spaces. But that's another visual of just how large the property is and what a beautiful property it is here in Vancouver. So. And then, yeah, this is the playground you've heard about.
Oh my gosh, look at this. We know that movement is good. It's healthy, it provides a sense of well-being, and you know, there's just a lot of really cool features out on that playground.
Our new bells are so beautiful sounding that at first the kids would line up every time someone would play these because they thought it was the bell.
Oh, nice.
Because the bell almost
Nice.
sounds like that, so it took them a while. It's over this way.
I saw it right on the front porch.
Yeah, so we designed the FCRC so that you didn't have to enter the building. So once you come into this lobby area, you kind of make a choice. You either ring a bell for going in here, or you ring the doorbell here.
How are you? It's good to see you.
You too. Thanks for
Yeah,
dropping by.
absolutely. What a lovely space.
It was great to be able to have Dr. Webb come out, see the kids using their space, and see the building in action.
Oh yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Hi, kindergarten.
Thanks to Dr. Webb and Principal Whipple for letting us tag along. We're seeing plans now for the new Walnut Grove Elementary School. Take a look. The old Walnut Grove dates back to the 50s and will be replaced with a 2-story building and will have a secure courtyard and entrance, a family resource center, a bigger parking lot, a grand staircase, about 40 classrooms, and a whole lot more. Construction is set to begin soon, and the school should be completed by the end of 2020. Not every school is being replaced, of course. Many are getting new classrooms. Check out Fruit Valley Elementary School. Here are photos of the foundation and footings of new classrooms. Now take a look at these pictures from Eisenhower Elementary. These are new classrooms coming off the south end of the school. You can see beams now in place and get a real sense of what the classroom space will be like. Really cool shots coming from the VPS Reschool's Twitter account. And at Philida Elementary, it's a similar story to Fruit Valley. Foundations and footing are coming in for much needed new classrooms. Vancouver's population continues to rise, and these new classrooms will ensure students have a place to learn. For more updates on construction projects, check out vansd.org/reschools. You'll find photos and videos of current projects, plus plans and timelines for future projects. You can also keep tabs on Twitter by following the @VPS_reschools account. The sports broadcasting crew at Columbia River High School is one of the top 5 of its kind in the nation. The CR Sports Crew was one of just 5 programs from across the country to be nominated for a National High School Emmy for its sports production. This is video from June when they won the Regional Emmy. Although they did not win the National Emmy, they still have a lot to be proud of. You can watch their broadcasts on Comcast Channel 328 and on their social media platforms. Congrats, Chieftains. Communication is one of the most important skills a young person can develop as they move into adulthood. A Skyview High School senior has the gift of gab and is using it to make an impact on other students. Joining us now is Elena Buller with more. Elena?
Peyton May is all about getting involved. The senior organized voter registration drives here at Skyview High School. She's a cheerleader and student government leader. And now her work has put her on the national stage. It's game day at Skyview High School, so Peyton May is in her cheerleading uniform. Here, she does team building exercises with her fellow classmates on Skyview's student leadership team. It's a typical morning for Peyton after an atypical summer.
Next up, Washington's outstanding teen, Peyton May.
After winning the state of Washington's Miss America Outstanding Teen pageant, Peyton competed in the national competition in Orlando, and then
Miss America's Outstanding Teen, a first runner-up, is Miss Arizona Caitlin Kay, which means the new Miss America's Outstanding Teen is Washington, Peyton May.
This is no overnight success story.
It's pretty amazing.
It all started for Peyton 2 years ago when her family moved to Vancouver from Seattle, and a friend told her about competing.
I didn't have any friends here. I had just moved here, and I didn't know anybody, so I was like, sure, we'll try it, right?
She started with Miss Clark County Outstanding Teen.
She had never been in any kind of pageant or competition like that before, and she just went in there with the attitude she was going to do her best, and she did really well that first year.
But it wasn't until her second year that it all clicked at state.
This past year, I told my mom, I was like, I just want to make top 5. That's my goal. And then we'll be done, right? We'll be done with this whole pageant thing. And then I ended up winning.
On to nationals, where she continued to do what came naturally.
It's so important to learn how to talk with people and not to become so flustered. And so that's actually one of my strongest skills. At state, I won overall interview because I love to talk, clearly.
Her advisor, Sherry Backus, says the judges saw Peyton for who she is.
I think Peyton is a genuine person. She's not what people call pageant Patty. She hasn't been trained since infancy. She came into this being Peyton.
She showed her smarts and poise in a grueling interview process and spoke at length about her platform, encouraging civic engagement by young people.
I'm really excited to go to lots of different schools and talk to kids about that and try to help them understand why it's so important to get involved with our democracy and to make sure that they know that their voice matters in our country.
Peyton's voice helped her during the talent portion as well.
It was the most exciting experience I have ever had in this competition world. So it's been remarkable, and I'm very proud of her. She has given me a lot of experience to cherish forever.
So it's still kind of this crazy feeling where like I'm in disbelief, but I'm also incredibly grateful, and it's a phenomenal thing and an award, and I'm so honored that I get to be the 15th girl that gets awarded this national title.
And why can't I?
The tiara came with more than $30,000 in scholarship money. Peyton will continue as Miss America's Outstanding Teen until July, and then she'll pass the crown to someone new. In the meantime, she'll be doing events in support of her platform and, of course, working towards her high school graduation.
Thanks, Elena, and congrats, Peyton. Now, 3 VPS students have earned national recognition for their academic success. Abby Kinney, Elizabeth Zimmerman, and Noelle Sims are all 2020 National Merit semifinalists, as named by the National Merit Scholarship Corporation. National Merit Scholarships are among the highest honors available to high school students. These students go to Columbia River High School, which also had 2 other commended students. Students from Skyview and Vancouver School of Arts and Academics also earned commendations. Years of grassroots work at Sarah J. Anderson Elementary School has paid off. Thanks to the PTA and the Anderson community, the school has a new walking path. Take a look. When we visited, students ringed the walking path for a group photo. The path to the path has been a long one. School staff wanted the field adjacent to the school to be more usable in winter months when it becomes a big mud pit. So it asked the PTA to help raise funds for the path. Now the outdoor space can be used year-round.
Well, I think keeping kids active is what's important. Not only on the health benefit, but just for their mental health as well. They get fidgety, they need something to do, they need somewhere to be, and it's just a better option than just a field.
Nike contributed $20,000 on top of what the Anderson community donated.
We are so grateful and thankful to the families that helped us raise the money. The community is just amazing at Sarah J.
There's actually a little money left over, and the PTA hopes to use it to install exercise stations along the pathway. An employee and a volunteer for Vancouver Public Schools have both been named Real Heroes by Identity Clark County. Tali Romanchenko, a custodian for Fort Vancouver High School, was selected for his interactions with students and his commitment to high-quality work. Also selected, Alicia Dunn, a volunteer at Minnehaha Elementary. Alicia, a Minnehaha parent, gives a lot of her time to students and staff to improve the learning environment. The Real Heroes Award is part of Identity Clark County's Learn Here project, which honors people who improve the lives of children. A pair of staff members at Vancouver iTech Preparatory are also getting major kudos for their commitment to kids. That includes state and national awards. Amanda Richter joins us now to introduce us to 2 of Vancouver's very best.
Thanks. John Zingale is the reigning State History Teacher of the Year and one of 10 finalists for the National History Teacher of the Year. Dr. Aaron Lark is one of 5 state-level finalists for the Presidential Award for Excellence in Mathematics and Science Teaching, the highest award granted to STEM teachers in the country. And they work just down the hallway from each other.
Welcome to the second episode of Teachers in the Hall. I'm Erin Lark, and I am down to explain photosynthesis to perfect strangers.
And I'm John Zingale. I enjoy history t-shirts, bad puns, and making history relevant.
On a Monday morning, Aaron Lark and John Zingale are recording their podcast called Teachers in the Hall during a free period.
We have a listener in Brisbane, Australia, Vince, and he sent us an interesting message.
It's a way to convey and gather teaching strategies to and from their peers. And the awards are proof that they have a lot to share. Aaron engages students in science lessons by empowering them to make choices.
They always say if it doesn't say you can't, then you can. And so I try to keep that in mind when I'm designing instructional opportunities. So if I don't need to control it, then that means you can choose. And allowing students to personalize in that way has a different level of meaning than just plain old, here are your basic choices.
John also tries to give students opportunities to self-guide.
It really feeds into this idea of creating authentic learning experiences. We want our students to be critical thinkers and effective citizens. They're going to have to make decisions later on in life.
His students made virtual reality tours of the Fort Vancouver National Historic Site and 3D scans of fort artifacts to to allow access to web visitors all over the world. He stresses giving kids context to understand history.
They say history repeats itself, and if we don't want to repeat the mistakes that we have viewed society has made, we have to understand those things and learn from them.
With these awards, John and Erin are both a part of history, and they use the same word to describe winning.
It was a very surreal moment.
It was pretty surreal. I'm not gonna lie, I cried a little bit. It was an early morning email, and I, immediately sent it to my wife and was ecstatic. Really, it's just validating for the work that I do, that I'm passionate about, and that's the biggest thing. Is, I just wanted to tell the kids.
The biggest thing is the students. The idea that if I create this environment, students will take it and run with it and make fantastic things happen, and that an award would come from that work is phenomenal.
Erin will find out this spring if she is nominated for the National Award. In the meantime, you can listen to the Teachers in the Hall podcast on iTunes, Google, and pretty much anywhere you get your podcasts. It's also available on the district's YouTube and cable channels. Back to you.
Thanks, Amanda. 2 VPS school board members are calling it quits, and you have a chance to say thanks for their hard work. Michelle Giovanozzi and Rosemary Fryer are ending their terms as school board members. Giovanozzi is moving out of the area for work, and Fryer is turning her attention to other commitments. Both have put in years of hard work, and there's a ceremony coming up on Thursday, November 7th, to say goodbye. It runs from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Bates Center on Falk Road, right next to Roosevelt Elementary. Everyone is welcome to come on by and say thanks. Part of a teacher's job is to prepare kids for the real world and the jobs they'll be stepping into as adults. But it's hard to teach what you don't know. A summer externship program partners teachers with businesses to get experience they can bring back to the classroom. Nick Vold joins us now with a look at how externships are helping students and teachers. Nick?
Thanks. The district's Career and Technical Education Department has been working hard to provide opportunities during summer break. We caught up with one Hudson's Bay staff member to see how her externship has helped her this fall.
On a typical school day, you'll find Madeline Schick here, coordinating the Hudson's Bay High School ACES Magnet Program.
My job is to take the kids that are in the Magnet program and help them find pathways within those fields. So that's architecture, construction, and environmental services, trying to help them get to where they want to be in life.
This summer, she had a 40-hour paid externship at McKay Esposito, learning about surveying.
I didn't know very much at all about land surveying. It's like you see the people out on the side of the road with the tripods.
At McKay Esposito, she went out in the field with surveyors, spent time in the office learning software, flew drones and unmanned aircraft, and more.
She had a real wide variety of experiences and got a better sense of what it is we do.
Now, when she tells students about this career path, she can do it from a place of experience.
It was really helpful to just go and see people in a normal business world because we're in school all day.
She learned that surveying is a field full of opportunity.
Right now, the average age of licensed land surveyor across the nationwide is about 58. So people are retiring. It's definitely a market where if you've got a few skills and are interested, sky's the limit where you can go, and there's definitely a job for you.
This fall, her students got a sense of the job as they learned from a pro and practiced surveying on a new classroom site being built at Bay. While Madeline and her students learned more about surveying as a career option, she also learned something else.
Externships give us a really awesome opportunity and a paid opportunity as teachers to get into a career, into a field, and really see what are they doing on a day-to-day basis, which helps us then develop our curriculum and give kids that real-world experience that they want and need.
Carla from McKay Esposito told me that the partnership isn't done. They plan to offer flipped internships for Bay students, where professionals come to school to help with lessons. Back to you.
Thanks, Nick. And time now for the big picture, our favorite image from social media. This one comes from Sacagawea Elementary. a staff member caught this gorgeous moment on camera. If our GPS is right, the camera is facing east, so whoever took this picture was up pretty early before the start of the school day. What a beautiful shot. Let's see what's happening this month in Vancouver Public Schools, and here's something to be thankful for: a 5-day weekend for Thanksgiving. It's important for parents to remember that students are out of class the day before Thanksgiving, in addition to the holiday itself and Black Friday. That means school is out on Wednesday the 27th and resumes on Monday, December 2nd. And that's it for us. For Tara Cox, Elena Buller, Amanda Richter, and Nick Voll, I'm Jessica Moss. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time inside Vancouver Public Schools.